At the hypercovery says, free TTS. At Skate 10 says, PP. At Atian 1 says, Bjorn go to Oxford.
I don't know where that is. I've never been there. No, my plan is to go to hostel Hartlington. I think it's...
At the hypercovery says, Bjorn, have you had any Henry Archer beer yet?
Henry Archer beer? No. Not Henry Archer. I got a Camden Pale Ale yesterday from a can.
At Mastop P5456 says, Hostel Hardwingson.
Hartlington. Harlton. It should be a very beautiful building. And my plan is to go over this hill and
Escape 10 says, wow.
And see the water. There should be water on the other side here. So today,
Atatian1 says, are you going to America this year?
no. America is a third world country. I know Ice Poseidon think America is a first world country. It is not a first world country. At most, America is a second world country. It is never a first world country. You take Germany, England, Scandinavia, Russia, Switzerland, Austria.
Atatian1 says, so you don't support Trump anymore?
Yes, I do. But the country is so bad right now.
At the Hypercovery says, would you go to America if Ice Poseidon invited you to his mansion?
No, I have to clean staircases. I have to take care of my job. Only if he pay my salary, so I don't have to work. If he pay my salary, it's not so much. It's like it's like $2,000.
232 says, call knock Milan door.
It's only like $2,500. So it's not so much for 1 month. Then I can get free from my work for 1 month. And then I can go.
Hypercovery says, if Ice Poseidon paid you the same as your current job, would you clean his mansion every day?
Yes, I would. And I would go in his Lamborghini. I would like to drive his Lamborghini around America.
At Skate 10 says, Solari.
So me and Ice.
At Freddy 1232 says, bicycle to Jens.
So me and Ice, we drive in his cars.
Says, Solari.
So he drive the Lamborghini and I drive the. What's the other car he has? What's the other car? Then we race each other on the highway, me and him, in America. That could be really funny. Then we go from New York to Seattle, the cannonball one. Then we see who is the fastest. I just have to borrow one of his cars.
Says, I don't think Ice Poseidon will let you inside his Lamborghini. He will only let you clean his Lamborghini every day.
No, I have to borrow his Lamborghini until I get to Seattle from New York.
At Freddy 1232 says, Ice Poseidon drive Ferrari, you drive the RV.
Oh, he has a Ferrari. Then I drive the Lamborghini.
Atatian1 says, Gumball Rally 500.
Okay, maybe I drive another car.
At Burglar Bill says, HH.
Maybe it's too dangerous.
At Germanistan says, he will have you clean the stairs of his Lamborghini.
I don't mind. I will be his cleaning man. As long as he don't do any gay tent with me. No gay tent when I'm cleaning. I can dress up. I can dress up as a woman.
Recovery says, Bjorn, but you got a speeding ticket recently. Will they let you drive such a fast car?
Oh yeah, no problem. Speeding ticket was nothing. It was like $300. I only speeded 20 miles over. I was only allowed to speed 40 miles, and I drove like 70 miles per hour in a 40 miles.
Escape 10 says, my name is Bjorn from Denmark. I'm in England. Beer.
No, it was nothing. My viewers paid the speed ticket, so it has already been paid for. They deducted it from my salary. They took the money from my salary. I think I have to go this way actually, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here.
Escape 10 says, Solari.
Yeah, I have to go over here, then I come to the water.
At the Hypercovery says, Bjorn, what did you eat today?
You can see it on the picture. I posted on the community tab under behind the scenes pictures on my YouTube channel. You can see the breakfast. Very good breakfast. It gave me a lot of energy. I can't believe so good it is.
Salami.
Very good. I don't know what it is with the English breakfast. It's so good. You get two sausages and 2 egg, 2 hash browns, 2 tomato.
Escape 10 says, they pay my salary in salami.
No, but someone has to pay my salary so I can travel to America. Because, well...
At Germanistan says, don't forget the black pudding.
I can also just ask if I can go to America.
At Freddy 1232 says, Bjorn, what always happens with the donation goals? You gonna go to USA? Don't scam bro.
Yeah, I can ask if I can go to America.
Says, go on to Fish Tank Live.
I can go to America. I can ask if I can go to America for 1 month, but maybe they say no. If they say no, then I have to stay and clean staircases. But if I go to America, I want to drive together with Ice.
At Absolute Joke 145 says, go to Ice's house.
Yeah, I want to go on the road again with Ice.
At Skate 10 says, PP.
So maybe Ice, he will rent an RV in America.
At the Hypercovery says, go to Las Vegas and hang out with Blade for 2 weeks.
Nah, that's boring. That's boring. I want to go to the road on the road again.
At No Name K406J says, you make $300 to $400 per weekend, work a full-time job and you have no money? What the hell are you doing, Bjorn?
I have money. I paid my debts. I paid my debt.
One says, Jackal will start a GoFundMe so the donations will go to you going on Fish Tank Live and then you can be there for a while and win more money.
No, I want to go on the road again with Ice Poseidon. I have seen Fish Tank, and I don't like it. It's they are too young.
Skate 10 says, Bjorn, stay away from Blade, he's seeping gangrene and you will catch an infection and possibly die.
No, I was together with Blade in 2023, and it was not funny. It was actually not funny.
Atatian1 says, I will only support with money for fish tank.
Hope this is the right way. I don't have a map. Well, I do have a map. What is that? Sheffield.
At Skate 10 says, Bjorn.
Glossop. Edale.
At the Hypercovery says, Bjorn, have you told Busserin you have reached Manchester safely?
No, I have not talked to her at all. Ah! I found it! We have to go this way.
At Technicolor Bunny says, M.
We have to go this way.
At Skate 10 says, PPPP. At the Mislington 7785 says, don't walk too far in the heat, Bjorn. Atatian1 says, maybe you can find English wife and get visa.
Yeah.
At Absolute Joke 145 says, Sherwood Forest. At the Hypercovery says, Bjorn, do you have water bottle?
Yeah, I had a water bottle. I had two, but it was too heavy. So I pour out all the water. So now I only have a small water bottle left. Somewhere, there it is. When I finish this, I don't have any more water.
Technicolor Bunny says, Robin/Bjorn the Hooded Man. At Skate 10 says, smart survival instincts, Bjorn. Automatic Super Spreader says, small trees, young forest. The Hypercovery says, Bjorn, overnight. Says, at Germanistan says, stay away from the tweez, whoa, bad signal. At Technicolor Bunny says, the forest will talk to you if you listen. At No Name K406J says, hiking with a Tesco shopping bag, legend. At Absolute Joke 145 says, Robin Hood.
Look at this forest.
At Skate 10 says, Bjorn, I think next time instead of dumping out the water just drink a ton like it's beer.
Look at this forest. This is amazing. Oh my God. Look at this. This is amazing. Oh, for Satan.
At Sandals00 says, yo Monday Seu.
Look at this forest. Oh my god.
At Skate10 says, do they have trees on Denmark?
They have trees, yeah, but they're all gay. We only have gay trees.
At Technicolor Bunny says, I wonder how old those trees are.
We only have gay trees. It's not really trees.
At Regent Onunenti says, will you ever go to the UK with Jens?
No. Jens is very slow.
At Regent Onunenti says, will you ever go to the UK with Jens?
No. He's very slow.
At The Hypercovery says, Bjorn, be careful of the monkeys in the trees.
Now we have good internet.
At NinjaTie97 says, explain. At Absolute Joke 145 says, some trees are 1,000 years old.
These trees are very old.
At Skate10 says,
oh my god.
I didn't know trees can be gay.
Only in Denmark they have gay trees.
At NoName K406J says, these trees are older than Wicker. At The Hypercovery says, Bjorn, do you have something to defend yourself?
Yes, I have lethal weapons. My hands.
At NinjaTie97 says, hug the tweez.
Oh, I have to be careful here.
At NoName K406J says, how do you identify a gay tree?
They are very small and
At Skate
they are very
10
gay.
says, twee hugger.
Small and gay. When you come to Denmark, you will find many gay trees. They're all gay. This is insane.
At The Hypercovery says, Bjorn, what is your favorite British beer?
These trees must be very, very old. Very old. What is my favorite what? Yesterday I drank
At NoName
Camden
K406J says,
Pale Ale.
do you see trees as objects or living beings?
What is an object? They are living, but they don't have feelings. They don't have a brain. Trees don't have brain. Trees are stupid. Trees have no brain. And trees are stupid. You are stupid. You hear me? You stupid. Stupid. Stupid trees. Let's see if they can hear me. If they can hear me, one of the trees will fall on my head and hurt me.
At NinjaTie97 says, watch one tree fall on him now.
Yes! That's what I'm saying.
At no name
It's a magic
K406J says, they will start to move like in the Lord of the Rings.
It's a magic forest. This is insane. You could make a movie here. You could easily make a movie here. Somehow. I bet they have made movies here before. Oh, see here. See, we have to follow this sign here. So we have to go
At
down
no
there.
name K406J says, why don't you make a short movie?
I've thought about making a short movie. But the problem is I need costumes and I need actors. I mean, I could play some of the roles, but I need costumes. The problem is I don't have any costumes. If you want to make a movie, you need costumes.
Escape 10 says, Tweez 1. At Ninja Tie 97 says, put Bossalin in the movie.
Yes, I have Bossalin, I have Jens. But who else wants to be in my movie? Wow, this looks so good. This looks so good. Oh my god.
At The Hypercovery says, Simon wants to be in your movie.
Simon! He can be the crazy scientist. Simon. But I need costumes.
At Nigansiazy Street says, a nudist movie and you do not need costumes.
These are some old ruins from a house.
At Skate 10 says, ruins. At Sadudimaz says, like the Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. At Nigansiazy Street says, body paint the costumes.
No, for example, Simon, he is the crazy scientist.
At Skate 10 says, Bretsch.
So I need a big injection.
Hypercovery says, Bjorn, if you could bring back one dead person, who would it be?
Oh, my best friend. He died very young. I would like to bring him back. I would like to bring many back.
Imagine there's an invisible alien hiding in the tree watching you. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, but I don't think that there's no such thing. Oh man, I know so many people have died.
No name K406J says, you will see your best friend in afterlife.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that big tree there. They fall.
At Technicolor Bunny says, how did your best friend die?
He died probably from a heart attack in Christiania.
At Wildman 90 says, my uncle from Austria says hi. He is a painter.
He died in Christiania. I think he was drugged, but they say it was his heart.
Escape 10 says, Bjorn, you need to save your pee since you are low on water.
He died in Christiania, but I think he was
At
he was murdered.
Says, why are you not on work? How many vacations do you get a year?
I get 5 weeks, so I split them up 2 weeks, 2 times, 1
No
week.
name K406J says, did you know hugging a tree lowers blood pressure? At Technicolor Bunny says, we are talking about death in a place so full of life.
No, as I was saying, I have known many people.
Says, Bjorn, what do you think happens after we did?
Actually, I think it will just be a big blackness, darkness. I think we go unconscious.
At Negansy Street says, why don't you and Jens go to a vacation together? Would be great, Conant.
Because Jens is slow. Jens, he's very slow. He want to stay in a luxury hotel. He want everything to be planned out.
Maybe an African tribe has set up camp somewhere in the woods. And maybe they are hungry for meat.
He want everything to be served to him on a silver plate. He don't want to do anything, you know.
At Negansy
He don't want to explore.
Jen is lazy.
Yeah, lazy. He don't want to go on any adventure or anything. Everything has to be planned out beforehand. So no surprises or nothing. He's not very good at survival. He's very bad. And he need to smoke cigarette.
Says, lol, Jens wasn't even rowing the boat, lol.
Yeah, he was so lazy, he didn't even row the boat. And he want to smoke cigarette everywhere, even though it's illegal. He cannot stop smoking a cigarette every half hour. So I cannot go with him if he has to smoke everywhere. And he don't want to walk like me. Imagine if he go with me walking like me here. He would not be able to do it. He would have to stop and sit down.
Says, lol, Jens is a lazy twin.
Yeah.
At Absolute Joke 145 says, you can't do Jens anything.
Imagine Jens, he stay in a hostel. Okay?
At
Hostel
Maz
is
says,
non-smoking.
he smokes a pack of cigs every 2 hours. Oh my god, dude.
Hostel is non-smoking. Most hotels are non-smoking. So Jens, he have to get a room where you can smoke. And that's basically impossible. You cannot get a room anymore. So you see, there are too many problems. It's like traveling with a little child. A little child that is a heavy smoker. And I don't want to, I don't have time for that. It's as very simple as that. I don't have time. I would just leave him. If he came with me to England, I would just leave him here in England. And he could take care of himself.
At Negansezi Street says, lol. At The Hypercovery says, you should go on a staycation with him.
I don't know what that is.
At Joshgren 433 says, Busserin, I love Busserin, I love you Busserin.
I wonder where I am now.
At Sadudimaz says, why is Jens always mad then happy out of nowhere? Is he bipolar?
I'm looking for some water. All I can hear is a highway. I think I took the wrong turn.
E8Z says, a kid with an Indian bike.
I think I took the wrong turn. I should never have come here in the first place.
Little child and heavy smoker is a hard combo.
I think I'm lost in the forest. I think I took the wrong turn.
Absolute Joke 145 says, this forest is haunted.
I think so. I was supposed to be near a lake, but I don't see any lake.
433 says, Bjorn, did Blade call you last night? He said on stream he wants to see you again in America soon. Fire salesperson IO.
Yeah, he called me Saturday. But I was asleep when he called.
At Sadudimaz says, what will you eat if you get lost?
I just stay hungry.
At Skate 10 says, save PP now Bjorn, find shelter for the night.
There's nothing to eat here. Nothing at all. Oh yeah, I have bread with me, by the way.
At
Let me show you.
Street says, be careful, there are bears in that wood.
Let me show you my survival skills. Let me show you my survival skills.
At The Hypercovery says, why not bring Pierre for holiday? He's very active, right?
Yeah, but we don't talk together.
At Germanistan says, you can just go back and eat one of the sheep or goats.
Here I show you my survival skills. Here I have food. A lot of food. I make today. So that's enough for the whole day. And here's the water I throw out because it was too heavy. So I don't have any more. I think I
At
have.
Skate 10 says, I'm sure the bear that's going to eat you will like that sandwich as a snack.
Yeah. I really wish I had a map.
At Negansezi Street says, the water were more important than the toast.
Yeah, but it was so heavy. I don't want to carry anything unnecessary heavy.
At Skate 10 says, 8 days worth of food, 2 minutes worth of water.
You think it was too much food? I can just go to a gas station.
Bunny says, Bjorn, if you see a bear, just do not act like prey.
Listen to me, there are no bears in England. They shoot all the bears. There is no more bears
At Sadudi
in England.
Maz says, you are easy pickings for a serial killer.
Yeah, I know. But there are no serial killers in England. I really have
At
to look at the
Negansezi
map.
Street says, there are brown bears.
There are brown bears? Why didn't you tell me? Oh my god, I didn't know this.
At Sadudi
Aye.
Maz says, Jack the Ripper.
Oh my god. Ah, here we can see a good view.
At Skate 10 says, Bjorn, do not forget about electrolytes after your walk, maybe a Gatorade.
Oh yeah, electrolytes. I need electrolytes. Yes. No, I need to 4 kilometers to the nearest toilet. Lady Bower Dam
At
Wall.
Technicolor Bunny says, if you see a bear, don't panic, just say I'm from Denmark.
Okay, so we are definitely not going that way. Yeah,
At
fuck this way.
Regent says,
This
Bjorn,
way.
would you cheat on Busserin in the UK?
Yes, I would. But I need to find a woman.
At Sadudi Maz says, do they have Gatorade in England?
Yeah. I need energy drink. That's what I need.
At Negansezi Street says, the toasts will attract the wild wolves.
Oh my god. There's no wolves in England, okay? I never heard about wolves in England.
At Jalel says, there are also bald bears known as Bjorns.
I have never heard about bears or wolves in England. I don't know where you
At
get these stories from.
Sandals00 says, who needs toilet when you are in the forest?
I don't know where you get this information from. I never heard about wild animals in
At
England.
Skate 10 says, go the other way, Bjorn, you are a born survivalist, you can do it.
No, I have to go south. South.
At Joshgren 433 says, Bjorn, what was your favorite drink growing up in Denmark?
Drink. I liked koldskål in the summer with citron.
At
And
Saturday Maz
kammerjunker.
says, there is snakes your favorite animal.
I like koldskål with citron and kammerjunker.
At Vibjorni says, bears in England went extinct 1,000 years ago.
Really? But I like
At
strawberry chocolate.
00 says, Fax Condi is really good.
Favorite drink?
At Sadudi Maz says, cold skill is not a drink lol.
I think Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has always been very good. There's the lake.
Absolute Joke 145 says, there is a B-29 exposed crash site not far from you.
Yeah, there is an airplane crash site.
At the Hypercovery says, Bjorn, do you like root beer?
Yeah, I like.
At Absolute Joke 145 says, warplane.
I think the water is very low today.
Easy Street says, there is wild boars in the woods.
The water is so low today, so you can actually see dead bodies in the river if you look
At a
closely.
symptomatic super spreader says, cherry lambic.
The water level is very low today.
At Saturday Maz says, can we see the plane or have they removed it?
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I saw on Google Maps there was a B-52 or something.
145 says, the plane is still there.
Oh, the plane is still there? Okay, I have to look at Google Maps where it is. Maybe we can go there.
At Joshgren 433 says, Bjorn, what country do you think makes the best beer?
Germany. I go with Germany. I go with German beer. Especially in the south. Not Berlin. In Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. They have a big beer house where Adolf Hitler, he was having a meeting with his general on the first floor.
At Negansi Street says, snakes are real, the adder, this is England's only native venomous snake.
Or the black adder. So now we zoom in.
At Absolute Joke 145 says, it was an American plane that crashed.
Oh, it's very clean river. Now, okay, let's Google Maps the. Let's Google Maps. I have the other phone here. I can Google Maps the crash site. Here it is. Let's see where it is. No, I paid a lot of money because I have been in debts with my student loans. Under COVID-19, I tried to become a nurse.
145 says, probably about 15 minus 20 miles. At Saturday Maz says, why would they not remove it and put in museum? At Absolute Joke 145 says, maybe too far. At The Hypercovery says, did you graduate?
No, I got kicked out.
At Absolute Joke 145 says, it is a museum. At Absolute Joke 145 says, just in nature. At the Hypercovery says, kicked out why?
I told my teacher she should start to sit in a hot tub and show her boobies on Twitch TV, and she would become rich. Because my teacher was very beautiful and young. She was very young and beautiful. Had big tits. Then she called the principal, and I had to go to a meeting with the principal. And the principal said to me that you cannot sexually harass your teacher. So you cannot go into here. You are, yeah.
Josh Gren 433 says, hey Bjorn, will you ever visit Montenegro? Famous streamer named Labanjika said he wants to collab with you.
Where are he from? I don't want to collab with anybody from East Europe.
At Absolute Joke 145 says, let's resurface the Titanic while we're at it.
So it's up there. Or it's just some yeah, it's nothing special really. Yeah, it's an American plane outside of Manchester. Yeah, I'm not going there. It's far away.
Maz says, looks like a pile of garbage.
Yeah, it's far away. See, we must be here somewhere. There we are. Okay, yeah, I have to follow the river, and then we can take the bus. Okay, no problem. We just go this way. It's very hot today. Yeah, there is a crash site, but it's not very interesting. It's too far away. We just continue walking. I thought
Maz says, I had a nightmare about Busserin's mushroom soup stew thing she was eating a few days ago.
I thought that we could see good views, but okay, there's no good views.
Joshgren 433 says, Bjorn, what's your opinion on Eastern European women? Which country has the best women?
I don't like East Europe, and I don't like the women in East Europe. I hate East Europe.
At Absolute Joke 145 says, Warplane not interesting by the way.
I don't like East Europe at all.
At Regent Onunenti says, did Busserin take it up the butt?
No.
The Hypercovery says, do you like Russia?
I like Russia. I'm a fan of Russia. I'm a fan of Russia. I think it's a good country.
At Joshgren 433 says, why do you not like East Europe? I don't blame you though, East Europe is bad, dude.
Gypsies, Romanians, in 1992,
At
Serbia
00 says,
and Croatia.
do you want Russia to take over Denmark?
In 1992, Croatia and Russia murdered each other.
At Sadudi
It was a
Maz
massacre.
says,
Massacre.
you should go on vacation to Russia.
The Croatian people, they were just so bad. And Serbian people, they were also bad. They just started killing
At
each other.
Scape 10 says,
It was insane.
Armenians.
And then all the thieves,
At Germanistan says, Gypsies and Romanians are two different things. Just because they live in Romania does not make them Romanian.
Yeah, but they come to Denmark and they steal from us in Copenhagen. That's why I hate them. They are
At
thieves.
Richard says, Bjorn in Russia would be content.
They are thieves. Then there is Poland.
And Absolute Joke 145 says, PPF East Europe migrants are rampant too.
I don't like Poland. Then there's
At Beat Boy
Czech Republic.
1189 says, yes, and that led to Denmark winning the Euros, lol.
I don't like most of Europe. Most of Europe
At
I
Absolute
don't like.
Joke 145 says, forget.
I only like the UK.
At Germanistan says, so if an Arab comes to Denmark from Germany and does crime there, do you then automatically hate Germany?
No, because he's not German. He's Arab. Oh, I didn't know the water was very low tide today. Where did all the water go?
At The Hypercovery says, Bjorn, do you like China?
I like China too. But I hear the government is very
At
corrupt.
Scape 10 says, best country in Europe besides UK?
Best? Finland or Liechtenstein, I don't know. They're all bad. All countries in Europe are bad. All of them bad. Very bad. Look, all the water is gone. That looks so weird. There are no plants. Where are all the plants?
At Germanistan says, what is your opinion on Greenland? Do you consider it part of Denmark, or would you rather have Trump take it and make it a weaken?
Greenland is part of Denmark. And that's why Denmark is such a great country.
Tonunenti says, never noticed how big your ears are, dude, you must have good hearing.
Greenland, Denmark without Greenland will make Denmark a very small country. And we will lose all powers.
At Skate 10 says, can you explain your thoughts on China?
I just like I like communism. My parents were communist.
At Joshgren 433 says, this future looks like in 20 years Bjorn. What happens?
I'm a communist I'm a capitalist communist.
And the Hypercovery says, America wants to invade Greenland.
Yeah, but they can have Greenland. I think it would be great. I say he can have Greenland. Then I can go into vacation to Greenland. I'm sure he will make Greenland great again. I'm sure. But they will lose Greenland, so then Denmark is.
Says, thoughts on communism?
I love communism. I think it's, but you have to have freedom. You have to have freedom. I like the way YHA is now.
At Beatboy 1089 says, Bjorn, when you stroke polish, healthcare took good care of you.
I had a stroke after I came back. So I blame Poland for my head injuries.
At Joshgren 433 says, Bjorn, what religion were your parents and grandparents? I never hear you talk religion before.
Oh, they were atheist. Atheist.
At Skate 10 says, Bjorn, would you run for president as a communist capitalist?
Yes, in America. I want to be America's next president. And I will make America great again.
At Technicolor Bunny says, that's crazy dog.
No, my parents, they were atheist. They were not. But my mother, she sent me.
At Jackal 428 said, I just got back bookies, it's beautiful there, Bjorn.
Where? No, my mother, she was.
Damn, you had a stroke in Poland?
Poland is a shithole. I think I went too close to radioactive material in Poland.
Says,
Too close to radioactive, exposed to radiation in Poland. So I'm done with. So they don't have a safety for their people. Lady Bauer Dam exposed to radiation.
$8 $7.
A small foundation, a small and marine butter, marine butter. All on her own, no one will come. She's got to save him. Daily. He tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. No one's like you. Stay up there. She tells him your life ain't gonna be nothing like mine. You're gonna grow and have a good life. I'm gonna do what I got. So rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry. Somebody's got to rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry. Rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a, rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a, rock-a-bye. Single mom, what you doing out there? Facing the hard life without no fear. Just see and know that you really care. Cause any obstacle come, you well prepare. And no, mama, you never shed tear. Cause you have to set things year after year. And you give the youth love beyond compare. You find the school fee and the bus fare. Already pops disappear. In a wrong bar, can't find him nowhere. Steadily your workflow, everything you know. So you know, stop, no time for your dear. Now she got a 6-year-old, trying to keep him warm, trying to keep out the cold. When he looks in her eyes, he don't know he is safe when she says, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna love, nobody matters like you. So rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry. Somebody's got you, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry. Bang, 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 alright then. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a, rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, don't bother cry. Lift up your head, lift it up to the sky, yo. Rock-a-bye, don't bother cry. Angels around you, just dry your eye. Now she got a 6-year-old, trying to keep him warm, trying to keep out the cold. When he looks in her eyes, he don't know he is safe when she says, she tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you. Stay up there. She tells him your life ain't gonna be nothing like my life. You're gonna grow and have a good life. I'm gonna do it. Do you? So rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a, rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a, rock-a-bye.
45 says. The dam busters used to practice here.
Yeah, it's the water is
Joke 145. At Technicolor Bunny says, if only we could go.
you cannot swim. It's what they say, very bad. You can see the bottom of the water. I wonder if I can see some. It's not suitable for. It's all black. Looks full of chemicals. I say Poland. to some toxic radiation. After I came home from Poland, I don't know, man, maybe it's cancer. Maybe it's safety for their people. It's not very good. We're coming back to swimming or paddling cold and deep with strong currents, soft